Khan Shalom. All praises and glory go to the Most High Yahweh, Bashem Yashai, Bashem Hakodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, Apostle Tahar, Apostle Kabar, Apostle Akar, Apostle Ramla, and the Shalom to all the sincere Achim that appreciate the spirit, sincerity, and the truth. Before I continue, I want to say that the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the children of Israel that the Bible speaks about, the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the chosen people of the Heavenly Father, and the people that live in the land of Israel today. They go back to the Khazarians, which go back to the biblical Amalekites, which is the chief tribe of the nation of Esau Edom. Now, these videos, before I continue, by the way, the people that call themselves white, European, Caucasian, Australian, or American, they all go back to the nation of Esau Edom. All right, and the people that call themselves Israelis that are in the land of Israel today, they go back to the Khazarians, which go back to the biblical Amalekites. You know, these videos are made to wake up our people, to lead them back to the Heavenly Father, because judgment is being passed upon our planet Earth. Now, as you see on the screen, it says Iran warns of preemptive strikes against U.S. troops in Israel. And this is going on right now. You know, they're going into a back and forth. You know, you have Trump on one side with this dude, Benjamin Netanyahu. They call him Bibi. And you have this Ayatollah Khamenei as the supreme leader of Iran, and that's not no joker, you know. As they don't play around at all. You see, they fight back, and you know, don't forget who took down Babylon. It was the Persians. You see, so that's the history. But let's continue and see what it says. It says Iran's parliamentary speaker has warned that this country will conduct preemptive strikes on U.S. and Israeli targets if it detects an imminent attack. Speaking during a session of parliament broadcast live on Iranian state television on Saturday, Speaker Mohammad Bagher Kalibaf said Israel, which he referred to as the occupied territory, as well as U.S. military centers, bases, and ships, would be considered legitimate targets in the event of an attack on Iran. Kalibaf made the threat as lawmakers in the Iranian parliament shouted "Death to America." Yeah, but why do they say that? They say that for no reason? No, it's because they have a bunch of sanctions. You know, these Babylonians, they're bothering them to make their money, to make their ends meet, man. Their money system has been manipulated, been messed up as well, been messed with. So, of course, they're gonna say "Death to America" because these people behind the scenes, behind closed doors, you know, they sabotage a bunch of things that happen in Iran, like the economy. They try to hurt it, you know, and that's you know, especially what he's doing with he's saying that anyone that does business with Iran is supposed to get 25% tariff. That's what he's saying now. You see, and he's going further and further. This is the spirit. This is the spirit that the Most High put upon Trump, man. This is not just for no reason that this is happening. You can't just all of a sudden he's going 100 miles an hour. I don't know what he saw. Maybe he saw a chariot come down. I don't know, but what he is doing is moving fast, moving quick, man. So it says, RT reports the warning comes after U.S. President Donald Trump and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu expressed support for the protests in Iranian cities triggered by soaring inflation and an economic downturn. You see? So this is what's happening. And then again, let's read this, what he's saying. Let those who threaten Iran be warned. Any attack on Iran will make both the occupied territories, all military centers and bases, and American ships in the region legitimate targets. Charlie Buff said on Saturday, "We do not limit ourselves to responding only after an attack and will act based on objective signs of a threat, so that no one makes miscalculations that will lead them to disaster," he added. You know, he doesn't, they don't want to, they tired, man. You see? And I'm tired too, by the way, you know, because look, man, our people have suffered a long time, you know, and these nations, they're not our friends, you know. Sometimes I do be cheering for Iran and Russia, but they still are enemies, though. you know. So that's the truth. They're still our enemies. And if we they still come together under certain things, certain circumstances, you know. They're all gonna put their differences aside and fight against our big brother, which is Yahweh Shai. So we can't be on the side of none of them, actually. You see? So it says over here, so like Trump has said the U.S. would help the protesters if the government continues to crack down on riots sweeping the country. You better not start shooting because we'll start shooting too, he said. They're just looking for a reason, man. Netanyahu has also expressed support for the protesters. According to the New York Times, Trump has been briefed on military options, including strikes on non-military targets in Tehran, though a final decision has not been made. The U.S. and Israel previously struck Iran in June 2025, targeting military sites and nuclear facilities. And they see what happened with Israel as soon as they did. And also a radar in Qatar was also completely destroyed, which was an American radar, man. You know, it says the unrest, the worst in recent years, erupted across Iran on December 28 after the national currency collapsed, driving sharp increases in food and staple prices. Protesters escalated into clashes with police, attacks on government buildings, and calls by some demonstrators for the restoration of the monarchy. The authorities responded by imposing nationwide internet and phone shutdowns. All right, let's go to the scriptures, right? Now it says over here, and this is something I read, I believe, a couple of weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. It says over here, hear therefore, O ye kings, and understand, learn ye that the judges of the ends of the earth, learn ye that be judges of the ends of the earth. You see, the Most High is talking to y'all, right? The rulers of the planet Earth, right? For power is given you of the Lord, and sovereignty from the highest, who shall try your works and search out your counsels. You see, and the Most High knows exactly what He's doing. He sees everything what's happening, man. You know, your counsels. You're doing it in darkness. You know, you're gonna be judged. You know, so step out of that. Because being ministers of his kingdom ye have not judged aright, nor kept the law, nor walked after the counsel of the Most High. Horribly and speedily shall he come upon you, for a sharp judgment shall be to them that be in high places. You see? For mercy will soon pardon the meanest, but mighty men shall be mightily tormented. Yeah, but that's enough that, man. Let's go to I have Proverbs 22, I believe, man. God, so over here it says Proverbs 21:1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. The Most High is turning it up, man. Every way of a man is right in his own eyes, but the Lord pondereth the hearts. You see, so he's looking on the inside, what your mind is at, where your mind is at, you know. Let me read it again. Proverbs 21 and 2. Every way of a man is right in his own eyes, but the Lord pondereth the hearts. To do justice. Wait, let me read Salaka. Let me start at 21 and 1. The king's heart is in the hand of Yahweh, as the rivers of water. He turneth it whithersoever he will. You see, so that's the king. You know, the Most High stirs him. You know, what side he's going. Every way of a man is right in his own eyes, but the Lord pondereth the hearts. God. So the Lord pondereth the hearts, man. You see? To do justice and judgment is more acceptable to Yahweh than sacrifice. You see? To do justice and judgments is more acceptable to Yahweh than sacrifice. So the Most High doesn't delight in sacrifice, as it says, I believe, in Psalms 50. The Most High is putting the spirit on this dude, Trump, to go full speed, man. He's not stopping. He's going 100 miles an hour. You see, also with let me see if I can get what was it looking for? Salakia, man. Oh yeah, Salakia. So this is Revelation, right? Revelation 12:12 talks about that, right? Revelation 12:12, it says, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knowed that he had but a short time. You see, and that's the spirit Trump is in. Don't forget, behind the scenes, he's still getting briefed by space things they see in space, all those type of things as well. So he knows he has but a short time, and he has to move fast. They also have to create a crisis to where the mark has to be implemented. You see? So that's also going to come. It's like the Windows 19, but then something that you inject, So it says 1 Peter 5:8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. So yeah. But with that, I'm going to say all praise and glory go to the Most High, Yahweh Bashem Yeshai, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, right? For this truth, Shalom.